For my money, I'm taking Tyson Fury to become undisputed heavyweight champion.
Elephant, that would be the lefts from Usyk.
I'm taking Tyson Fury.
And these guys are not letting us Fury's in trouble.
I'm taking Tyson Fury.
The big fella, the Gypsy King, is rattled.
I'm taking Tyson Fury.
He's stumbling all over the place. Do you believe it? Do you believe it?
I'm taking Tyson Fury.
He's going. The referee might stop it. Whoa!
Tyson Fury.
Fury, he's down. They'll call it a knockdown.
I'm taking Tyson Fury.
The referee steps in and saves it.
I'm taking Tyson Fury.
Good job by the referee, though. He realized the magnitude of the occasion. Wow.
Wrong! Wrong, 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 wrong!
Well, would you look at that? It looks like a man born from his mom can beat Tyson Fury. No one's unbeatable. That was proven yesterday. My final scorecard was 115-112 in favor of Oleksandr Usyk. I'll give you the round-by-round breakdown, too. For the first two rounds, I gave it to Fury. The third round, I gave it to Usyk. The fourth, fifth, and sixth, I gave to Fury. And from the seventh onward, everything belonged to Oleksandr Usyk. That's how I scored it. I'd love to hear how you scored it as well. And bear in mind, too, that that's a scoring, like just off my first watching. I'll probably watch it again, score it again. Maybe some things will be a little different, but that comes out to about 7 rounds Usyk, 5 rounds Fury. One of Usyk's rounds was also 10-8, the 9th round. Very good showing. He was excellent, just kept coming forward. Now, before the fight, I was saying, and even thinking to myself too, that Tyson Fury needed to enter this fight big, strong, and heavy, the way he did against Wilder the second time around, where he just dominated Wilder, kept coming forward. But instead, it was Usyk who kept coming forward, pushing the action. Didn't Usyk said that thing too? No, not I am very few. But he said to Tyson, I think, the night before the fight, or maybe 2 nights before, he said, "Oh, don't worry, Tyson. I'm going to be right there with you the whole night." He says something like that to him. You can tell me what the actual quote is in the comments. But boy, he was not kidding. He stayed in Tyson Fury's grill. But he also somehow effectively used distance. But anyway, Fury in the rematch, I hope he doesn't make the same mistake that AJ did, because AJ got outboxed the first time. And instead of coming into the rematch and using his power and slugging, he tried to outbox Usyk again. And Fury, with all that gloating and like the showboating and trying to get in Usyk's head, anyone could see that it wasn't working, and he kept trying to do it. Like you're not getting in Oleksandr Usyk's head, right? Like the same way that he got in Vlad's head 9 years ago. Speaking of Vlad, I'm going to touch on him in a bit. Is Tyson Fury finished? Nah. I don't think he's finished at all. Despite this result being very good for boxing, I don't think the guy's done. He can bounce back. But I will say this. His true character showed last night, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. It was very classless, just way out, like to say what he said, that Usyk was given the win because of what's happening in his home country of Ukraine. To keep it a buck with you, that's bullshit. No, that's not why he was given the win. He wasn't given the win, he earned the win. He did enough. And when the scorecards were being read by Michael Buffer, I actually started worrying. I tensed up. I was like, are they about to call this a draw like they did Lewis and Holyfield the first time? You know, like some shit like that. But I understand in the heat of competition and all that, you may get salty. I especially understand that because I'm a very competitive individual. But there's lines. That's a line that you don't cross there. I like to say that it's because of the war that Usyk was given the win. Like I said earlier, that's bullshit. Now we have a question on hand. Has Oleksandr Usyk surpassed Evander Holyfield? I'll leave that question to you. Let me go ahead and list Usyk's resume to you right now. So currently, he's an Olympic gold medalist, World Championships gold medalist, he unified the cruiserweight division, he won the World Boxing Super Series of cruiserweight, he has now unified the heavyweight division, the first person to do it since Lennox Lewis. I think undoubtedly Oleksandr is one of the best to ever do it. Now, if he wasn't before, he definitely is now. And we still have the rematch, right? We'll see if he wins the rematch like he did against Joshua. Can he beat Fury again? And if Fury wins the rematch, will they have a trilogy rubber match? I don't know. But big hats off to Oleksandr Usyk. I think he gained a lot of fans last night. A lot more people are going to be looking deeper into him. And I think Tyson Fury had a golden opportunity to be very humble in defeat, and he blew it. Big time blew it, and I think he lost a lot of fans because that shit was not cool, what he said, heated or not. Logically, you can also guess that I've got just the events last night, so many what-ifs opened up that I can cover on this channel, and you guys know I've been diving into what-ifs lately, big time. Some of those include, and I was talking with my man Spread Eagle about this in the comment section. He's one of my members. Big shout out to my champs. Spread Eagle is a big regular, very loyal. It's a big shout out to him, and he's as much of a Riddick Bowe and a Mike Tyson fan as I am when it comes to how they didn't reach their potential. So again, a big shout out. I'm on a tangent now. Let me get back on track. But some of those what ifs will include Usyk versus Holyfield, which was recommended by Spread Eagle, and I'm going to cover that at a cruiserweight and heavyweight. What if Tyson Fury won this fight? And what if the first fight weren't postponed because of that cut? Would Fury have won then? Probably not, but anyway, I'm very excited to get to the 2020s timeline now. We still got to put some respect on Tyson Fury's name, too, just looking at his career, right? He's the one who dethroned Vlad. Not easy. I know Vlad was 39, like he was up there, but he was still the super champion. And if you don't know Vlad's story, you're going to get it in full in the 2000s timeline. You already got the beginning of it in the 90s timeline with seeing him lose to Ross Purity. But Vlad's story is amazing. You're going to get the bulk of it in the 2000s timeline from me, and then you'll see the end of it in the 2010s timeline. Dethroning Vlad was no easy feat. Then he defeated himself. Tyson Fury did. He came back from severe mental health issues, came back and took care of Deontay Wilder. Again, not an easy feat at all, despite what some may say. And some feel, including myself, that he was robbed in the first one. It shouldn't have been a draw. He should have won, and then he dominated the second one, and then the third one was an absolute slugfest, which he won. So then from there, what else did he do? He changed his style too. He went from being a boxer to someone who could walk you down, which again, I don't know why he didn't come into this Usyk fight like that. Maybe he was afraid that if he walked forward, Usyk would tag him because he's a superior boxer. Look, he's a superior boxer anyway. You got to walk this guy down. Anyway, let's get back on track. Lennox Lewis welcomed Oleksandr Usyk to the club, the undisputed club, of course. Very heartwarming to see. Now let's go ahead. What is that club? That club, and it's an exclusive club, the Undisputed Heavyweights Club. If we go back from Usyk, so we have Usyk now in 2024. 25 years ago, we had Lennox Lewis. Before Lennox, we had Riddick Bowe, and then he dumped the belt, and that's how Lennox had to unify. Before Bo, there was Holyfield. Before Holyfield, Buster Douglas. Before Buster Douglas, Iron Mike, who unified it after Leon Spinks was stripped after he beat Muhammad Ali. Speaking of which, before Tyson was Leon Spinks. Before him was Ali when he beat George Foreman. Then there was George Foreman before him. Joe Frazier before him. Ali before him twice. Sonny Liston, Floyd Patterson, Ingemar Johansson, Floyd Patterson, Rocky Marciano, Jersey Joe Walcott, Ezra Charles, Joe Louis, James J. Braddock, the Cinderella Men, Max Baer, Primo Carnera, Jack Sharkey, Max Schmeling twice, and Gene Tunney, and Jack Dempsey, first and foremost. So, what a club to join, and he did that ascending from cruiserweight. Isn't it interesting how probably 9 to 10 years ago, the question all of us fans had was, out of the three-headed monster, who was going to emerge as the best? The three-headed monster, Fury, Wilder, Joshua, right? Now, since then, some other contenders have made some noise. Big time stutter there. These are the mistakes you guys don't hear when I'm making a full video. This is me like just shooting off the hip to you. But yeah, Fury, Wilder, Joshua. And almost 10 years later, we now see the answer all along was the cruiserweight, Oleksandr Usyk, right? Like, it's like when Evander Holyfield came up and he became the heavyweight champion, the undisputed heavyweight champion. But is this more impressive? Think about it. Usyk beat Joshua and Fury. Holyfield came up and beat a fat Buster Douglas. Now, he was ready for Tyson before, but it was Tyson's fault it didn't go through. I think Usyk's is more impressive. Now, Holyfield had some good defenses after, right? But it culminated against Bo. I don't know. I'll leave that to you for what you think is more impressive. Let's see. Let's talk about Vlad. Like I said earlier, Vlad was there last night, and he even said before the fight that he went over with Oleksandr how to beat Tyson Fury. Remember, he never got his rematch with Fury, so we don't know how that would have went, because Fury started having a mental health struggle. And Vlad also said that if Fury won that match, he would come out of retirement. Now, this guy, man, Dr. Stillhammer was confident last night, and perhaps those of us who bet on Fury, we should have really felt that there. Like, he was confident, and then look what happened, right? So, and then there's a picture too going around of Vlad and Oleksandr after the match, their forehead to forehead, like embracing, like, you did it, congratulations. It's been 9 years since Vlad was dethroned by Tyson Fury, and I can only imagine that it was wonderful for him getting to see a fellow Ukrainian, of all fighters, redeem him, because he didn't get the chance to redeem himself against Tyson Fury. He did have the chance to win him back against Joshua, and he came up short. That was a really good fight too, but I digress. Now, what's next, right? Well, the rematch is next. Of course, as I've said, that should be good. We'll see how Tyson Fury responds. But how about after that? Do you guys think we're going to get Usyk versus Wilder? Maybe Usyk versus Zhang? Usyk versus Joseph Parker? Any of those fights? I'd like to see him. See if he keeps continuing to dominate giants. Speaking of giants, hopefully what Oleksandr Usyk just did, and what he did against Anthony Joshua too, hopefully it finally puts to rest this argument, this BS argument that giant heavyweights automatically triumph. This was already disproven before with David Haye and Valuev. David Haye came up from cruiserweight to and beat Nikolai Valuev. That'll be in the 2000s timeline. Don't miss it. And then even way in the past, you had Primo Carnera and Jess Willard, who were beaten by smaller men as well. You would think this wouldn't be too crazy like of an argument that people are still making. And yes, I get that Tyson Fury is leagues above those names I said who were giants who lost. No man's unbeatable, right? Well, look, unless your name is Rocky Marciano at heavyweight, apparently. And like the funny thing about that is Marciano was small, like an undersized, and perhaps overachieved, right? So I don't know, like I'm not too big on that whole thing. And there's an interesting individual who goes around YouTube with a load of copy paste comments. He's a real clown. And they just got pickled last night, big time. Absolute scum too. If you ever see this individual, you'll know him because they have a bunch of burner accounts, fake shit, like all that. Absolute clown. Let's move on. Now, you may remember that I also made a video after AJ beating Ngannou saying, is he gonna steal undisputed? Or if Usyk winning, it looks like the answer is perhaps big time no, huh? Because Joshua's already lost to Oleksandr twice, but I'm going to hold out a little hope for AJ. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt if he looks like he's turning things around, perhaps. So if I'm wrong about that, you can all roast me about that too. If they have a third fight and Oleksandr just completely outclasses him again. And we also need to remember these men's ages too. Usyk is on his way to 40. So is Fury for that matter. I think Usyk is 37 right now. So he doesn't have too many more great years in him. That's just father time. We'll see what he does. I wonder if he'll retire undefeated and as the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. We wait to see. All right. I got to get back to work on the 2000s timeline. This is actually a lot longer than I expected it to be. I thought this was probably going to be a couple minutes, but hope you enjoy. Congratulations to Oleksandr Usyk, man. Really big time. And I'm starting to see what some of you have been telling me too, that this is what's best for boxing, right? Like with Fury, yeah. I won't get too much into it, but perhaps this is best for boxing that Oleksandr won. Big shout out to him. He's in the exclusive club. He is immortal now. He's on the top of the world. So I got to get back. English. I got to get back to work on the 2000s timeline. It's coming along well. I think the writing process is honestly almost done. I got a lot. There's a lot on there. There's so much confusion. You'll see when the time comes. And I'd also like to say too, I'm going to make a video because I got it requested. I'm going to make a video documenting and detailing how I make a boxing timeline. Someone told me that they wanted to see that. Would you all like to see that? Like, what's the process? You know, so maybe if you want to make a timeline yourself, your favorite sport, or, you know, just whatever you can do. Let me know if you want to see that. My process may take you for a loop. So don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And hit the bell so you can get notified when that 2000s timeline comes out. And don't forget to hit the join button, because if you hit the join button, you become a champ today. You get access to the Mike Tyson What If, which will not release to the public until June. So it's what if Mike Tyson never lost Cuss Rooney, never joined Don King, never got in any trouble. It's a perfect world Mike Tyson video. I know a lot of people are interested in that. You can hit the join button and see that right now. This is TCJ, author of the Boxing Encyclopedia. And I hope you enjoyed the roast in the beginning too, because, bruh, I was wrong. All right, see you soon.